News 25 is brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-990 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Water rights order is headed to the Supreme Court, and Preferred RV gets recognized at a recent award ceremony. News 25 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 25 with Unette Gentry. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
The fight continues over well drilling in the valley. It's Thursday, January 10th. I'm Unette Gentry. The Nevada Supreme Court will now make the decision as to the future of domestic well drilling right here in the valley. And breaking news right here into the News 25 newsroom, Jason King has retired, and we'll have more on that in future broadcasts. But first, the Order 1293 and subsequently 1293A, the first of which prohibited property owners from drilling new domestic wells here in the valley without first purchasing 2 acre-feet of water rights, wound up in court and was overturned. Now State Water Engineer Jason King, who has just retired, has filed an appeal to curb usage of the valuable depleted resource here in Basin 162. In December, District Judge Stephen Elliott reversed King's Order 1293, which requires the acquisition of water rights. The original Order 1293 was later amended by the State Water Engineer to 1293, which gave landowners who were already in the process of having their well drilled the right to complete that drilling. The High Court has granted an emergency stay of the lower court ruling while the state pursues its appeal. Nevada's top water regulator says that our groundwater supply is severely overappropriated. The group of residents, land developers, and real estate professionals called Pahrump Fairwater LLC filed the original lawsuit against King and his order. And stay tuned, News 25 will be right back with much more local news.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, Preferred RV just took home the Silver Award Wednesday night at the Pahrump Valley Chamber of Commerce Awards for Best Place to Stay in Town. The resort, which features many amenities, also has a new guest services manager, Jason Pritchard, who spoke to our cameras today at their beautiful location right here in the center of town.
Preferred RV Resort is an RV park located in downtown. We are located behind Gold Town and across from the Pahrump Nugget. We are an RV park. We are a member-owned RV park that is also open to the public for daily, weekly, and monthly rates. We have 10 accommodations. So you don't have to have an RV when you come stay with us. We have a wood shop with all the woodworking tools you can think of. Provide your own wood and do what you need to do. We have stained glass classes weekly. We have an arts and crafts room. We have a weight room. We have the only heated year-round pool in Pahrump with a retractable cover, indoor jacuzzi. A few mornings a week we do breakfast up in the clubhouse. A few nights a week we do dinners, and we have activities pretty much every night of the week.
We're here at your beautiful pond, which I can tell you that the park is just lovely for people who are traveling and who would like to stay here. You can be a local here and just have a staycation, right?
Oh, absolutely. We have a lot of locals that do not live in the park but get memberships so they can come use the jacuzzi, use the facilities. We have a great clubhouse that you can rent out to do events. What's some of the new things that are going on here at Preferred RV? We're upgrading the Wi-Fi. We've been working on keeping the dust down. Our roads are gravel. We've done the magnesium chloride last summer. We're doing the second treatment this summer, and it's working out really well. All of our accommodations just got new beds, brand new beds, really comfortable.
Congratulations on your promotion, by the way. We recognize you from the front gate, which people need to know that this is a secured facility, so that is a plus as well.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. People can't just walk in or drive in off the street.
How can a person become a member or rent the facilities or use the facilities?
They can come and come up to the front gate, tell me what they're looking at, and then they would go up to the office and speak with Rita or Tony about a membership.
And you get a whole lot of perks with that membership. We have to say that you have some cabins here that are just beautiful. You get so many free nights a year for that, as well as the RV stay here. You get some free nights for that. So becoming a member is definitely a plus. And if you're not a member, you can still rent facilities and use the facilities.
Absolutely, absolutely. If you're not a member, you can rent RV space or the accommodations, the cabins, and at that point, as long as you're renting, you can use the pool and all the facilities are open to you. As a member, you're right, you do get some free time. You get 35 free days a year in an RV site, and then they can be calculated a little differently towards the cabins. Great deal, and you can use the pool, the wood shop, anything, anytime you like. We've got second place in lodging throughout all of Pahrump. Between that was RV parks, hotels, and motels, and we came in second.
How can people contact you?
They can contact us by phone, 775-727-4414, or email at office@preferredrv.com, or they can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/preferredrvresort. Or they can just stop by. Our address is 1801 Crawford Way.
Come on down. I'm always ready to talk about memberships.
Financial pains are increasing for U.S. government workers caught between the shutdown and funding for the proposed U.S. southern border wall. Angela Miles reports.
Topping our news, President Trump is expected to head to the U.S. border with Mexico today in his latest effort to get $5 billion from Congress to build a wall. The government remains partially shut down, with Republicans and Democrats at odds over a spending bill that includes that money. It's beginning to creep into the economy. Some home buyers are locked out of getting new mortgages. Farmers can't get loans from the Ag Department. Tens of thousands of federal workers are going without paychecks, and the FDA has been forced to push pause on some of its regulations work. The Federal Reserve is also hitting pause. The latest Fed meeting reveals that further interest rate hikes are on delay given the volatility in the stock market and concerns about global growth. In a plot twist of the Sears saga, Reuters was first to report Chairman Eddie Lampert submitted a revised bid of about $5 billion in a last-chance effort to save Sears from liquidation.
Thanks, Angela, and keep it tuned right here to KPVM, where that stands for Keeping Pahrump and our area viewers in mind. We'll be right back.
News 25 is brought to you by William H. Jackson Injury Attorneys. Injured? Get Bill and Robin, your local injury attorneys.
Welcome back. Now here's an update concerning area road construction from the Nevada Department of Transportation during Monday's Board of County Commissioners meeting.
And so there's two kind of distinct parts of this project, and I'll call them, just for clarity, one of them is what I call the mountainous area, which is over the through the mountainous area past Mountain Springs and down to the other side. And then the other one is that I call the roadbed modification area. Is basically where the highways divide heading towards Pahrump, and then extending from there all the way for 22 miles to a little bit past the Nye County line. So first off, in the mountainous area, this will be 2 years of duration on this work, and it's mainly it's a complete rebuild of the highway, and the purpose is to improve safety, efficiency, and access for the residents and for commuters. This part of this highway has been known to have a lot of accidents, including a lot of fatal accidents, so this is a needed project, and it'll include basically realigning the curves, dividing the two directions with a barrier rail, and basically a lot of other safety upgrades to bring it up to current standards. So you can see in the diagram kind of a cross-section of what the new highway will be. And it also allows for passing of slow vehicles up in the upgrades and that sort of thing. The other thing that this project will have a wildlife exclusion fencing, and there will be an undercrossing bridge to keep the desert bighorn sheep, the burros, deer, and elk from being hit, and also to protect them from being killed. So there will be through the mountainous area there will be the wildlife exclusion fencing, except when you get to the Mountain Springs area, then it's not there anymore, and it's not on the other part. There will also be a fair amount of landscape upgrades, which you can see some examples on the slide of some of the landscaping that will take place. So now the other area, the roadbed modification area, that's where it's divided now. That is going to be about roughly starting this month and then going for about 11 months. We're hoping it'll be done by then. It'll be mainly on the eastbound pavement. The westbound is in good condition. There's no work planned there. The eastbound paving is failing, and you may have noticed those that drive it, that the bad cracks and that it was in danger of a bad failure, and so that's why we're combining these two projects and doing them at the same time, because it's very much needed. That road will be repaired full depth, doing a roadbed modification. And so what a roadbed modification includes is basically pulverize the existing pavement 12 inches deep, add cement, and then compact it to make an 8-inch thick stabilized base. And then we'll put back 6 inches of new asphalt surfacing and 3/4 inches of open graded surface course. We'll be continuing to blast from now until about March, 2, maybe 3 times a week, possibly even more. It's up to the contractor. He's allowed to blast every day if he wants, but he's been going 2 to 3 days per week. After they'll be pretty much done with that phase roughly in March, and then there'll be a break for several months, and then we'll start blasting again for the next phase later in the year. Each phase will probably be 3 to 4 months long. And as I said, all of that traffic will be on the westbound lanes. On those lanes, the traffic will be divided by a temporary barrier rail, and the speed is reduced to 55 miles an hour from the current 70. All right, that's pretty much what I wanted to explain, and I do have copies of the slides if anyone would like them. You can see my contact information. If we'll be glad to answer questions now, but if anyone would like to call and ask questions later, feel free to call me on my cell phone.
Now here's Mike Colucci to talk to area homeowners about why now is a great time to sell.
Home Matters is brought to you by Trish Rippey Realty, 775-727-4343.
Hi folks, I'm Mike Colucci, a realtor with Trish Rippey Realty right here in Pahrump, and this is Home Matters. If you're considering selling your home in the near future, this may be a great time to do it. Why is this such a great time? According to a recent article in Forbes magazine, many Californians are leaving our neighboring state in record numbers. Many of the reasons are stated in the article I previously referred to. Whether it's high taxes, crowded cities, or old infrastructure, many folks are searching for a different place to live. Since much of our landscape here in Nevada, other than the coastal areas, look and feel like many parts of California, Nevada is one of the primary places that Californians are considering to relocate to. The fact that Nevada has no state income tax is also a huge draw. Also, property values in California have gone through the roof. Many folks are selling their homes in California and are making huge profits, especially if they have been in their homes for a while and have either paid down or paid off their mortgages. A buyer may be able to purchase a nicer home in Las Vegas than the one they just sold in California for a fraction of the cost. And if they're looking for a more rural setting, many of these buyers are considering the Pahrump Valley. As anyone knows who's been here in Pahrump for any length of time, our properties are usually much less than they are for similar homes in Las Vegas. So your home could very well be an amazing value to someone moving here from California, even at top dollar. The numbers aren't exact, but with between 35 and 40 million California residents, many of whom are considering relocating, Pahrump makes sense to many of these folks. According to the multiple listings, which I checked this morning, there are only 318 residences for sale in the Pahrump Valley. That's not a lot of homes for sale, considering the influx of new buyers that will be searching for homes in the valley in the upcoming months. So, if you are considering listing your home for sale in the near future, please call 775-990-0488 for a free copy of my book, Secrets Every Home Seller Needs to Know. It's filled with tons of ideas, suggestions, and techniques to help you sell your home quickly and for a great price. The number again is 775-990-0488. I'm Mike Colucci, and this is Home Matters. And if you have any other real estate-related questions, please contact me directly at 775-764-8211. Thanks.
Thanks, Mike. Now let's take a look outside at our current conditions. Look at that beautiful sunset over the Pahrump area mountains. We have peach and purples in the sky as the lights of Pahrump twinkle. Are those temperatures going to continue dropping? Mike Donahue will tell us what we can expect in our forecast right after this break.
KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Donahue with today's highs. In Pahrump and Amargosa, 62 and 63 degrees, 72 in Death Valley, 60 in Beatty, 47 in Goldfield, 45 in Tonopah, and 51 in Fallon and Fernley. For tonight, 35 degrees in Amargosa and Pahrump, 45 in Death Valley, down to 30 in Beatty, 22 in Goldfield, 21 in Tonopah, 24 in Fallon, and in Fernley, 27 degrees. Tonight in Pahrump, mostly clear skies, a low of 35 degrees, our average is 32. Sunset at 4:47 p.m. Winds out of the east-northeast at 6 miles per hour with 8 mile per hour gusts, and humidity at 65%. For tomorrow, we're expecting mostly cloudy skies, a high of 60 degrees, a low of 39. Sunrise at 6:55 a.m. Winds out of the south-southeast at 5 miles per hour, 8 mile per hour gusts, and 46% humidity. Looking ahead to our 7-day, it's looking nothing but clouds lined up throughout the rest of the week. On Monday, we have a 40% chance of rain, a 50% on Tuesday, 60% Wednesday, and then back down to a 40% chance on Thursday. Temperature-wise, our high temperatures are just coming down. We're going to be mainly between 53 and 55 degrees throughout the rest of the week for our highs, and our lows are just going to be bouncing around between those mid to high 30s and those low 40s. So with that, we're going to throw it back to the desk with Unette.
Thanks, Michael. And we'd like to announce that KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio will be hosting a food drive this Saturday, January 12th at Walmart from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. to benefit the VFW Food Bank and the Food for Thought program. So please bring any non-perishable food items that you'd like to donate. Well, that does it for this edition of News 25. I'm Unette Gentry. Good night.